Yo, what's up, duelists? Today, we're doing a little Edison format action. Wow, who would have guessed? Who would have guessed that today we're also playing Edison format in preparation for RBETs, all the RBETs that are coming up. Especially RBET Las Vegas. So we're gonna be playing some cards. We're gonna be playing some Yu-Gi-Oh. We're gonna be dueling. We're gonna be crushing some hopes and dreams, hopefully. And what's up, Jay Gamby? How you doing? We're gonna have a good time doing it. We might be going crazy with it today. I want to see more of your Chaos Hero deck. Shit was hilarious. Oh, that deck's fire. Free pizza. Indeed, free pizza. We should probably start a petition or something like that. Send it Konami's way. I just feel like someone more intelligent than me should write it up. What's up, Vin? How you doing? Because I feel like if I was to write it up, it would be like very angry and not very like eloquent. It'd be pretty blunt. I'd just be like, man, this is fucking stupid. Unban him. But I don't know. Maybe if it needs to be a bit more eloquent. I don't know. Are we boycotting Konami? I mean, yeah, that's what I've been doing. Yes. What's up, Odin? How you doing? Morph player went insane. Fully deserved double OTK. Huh. Wild. Megamorph. That's interesting. Just seen that in your server? Yeah, it's incredibly lame. It should not have happened, obviously. I say obviously, but there are a surprising amount of Konami bootlickers still, somehow. After being given nothing for decades, they still feel the need to lick the boot up and down, clean it. Some reason. We need a United We Stand deck. Play it with Agent of Creation Venus and Scapegoat. That's probably your best bet with United We Stand. Everything else seems a little bit ass. I mean, that card sucks. Like, don't get me wrong. It's not a good card, but you're here for the free pizza. How do you claim it? Email Konami and tell them that pizza should be freed. Anthony Desai should be unbanned. And then you'll get whatever you're asking for. I don't know. I don't want to do all this. I want to find a deck that I've already built and play it. I don't even know what it is I'm doing right now. I feel as though I'm like just looking at limited spells and then dragging the ones that I think I could fit. Why don't you play the ladder? Why don't you play the ladder, Fanatic? Just kidding. I do. All right. Because it's a waste of time, and you have to grind a shitload, and it's just not worth it. I could just hit up the people in my Discord who I know are good, and then get quality games every single time, instead of being held hostage over a fucking ruling dispute or something like that, and having to sink hours of my life into this game, which I find on occasion can be miserable. Just stopping to say the best way to maximize spells is with Dark Eradicator Warlock. Thank you, Pedro. That's a suggestion. It's not a bad one. It's just not a one I would have expected. He does burn for 1,000 each. DB ladder is trash 20% of the time. It's just Did I see the new iDubbbz video? I did see the new iDubbbz video. Did you see the new iDubbbz video? I try to stay in tune with like what's trending on YouTube because it can help me make better, like add better tags and like add better Fnatic, I don't know how to put this to you, but there's a Palestinian flag on the overlay. So clearly the guy who's like not for human rights he's got some confusion going on. That's where I'll put it. That's just how I put it. Cold Wave's a busted card. I think creating this weird binary out of it is not accurate. Ayo, where's the Welly Dad list? You love this format? Me too, Liquid Racks. Are you talking about the one I played you with earlier, Duck Murderer? I can pull that up. Do you want to see it? I can show it to you. I think it's this one. So I had this stupid Armageddon Knight was a Tragodia. But Tragodia was so not good. Am I celebrating Easter? 420? I don't know what you're asking me. I was playing Tragodia over the third Krebens or the second Armageddon Knight, and it was bad. I actually think Gold Sark is also bad. Should probably be cut. What's up, Foxy Hooligans? How you doing? But yeah, I don't really love Gold Sark. That's the one card where I was unhappy with it. Doomcal and Cyber Dragon test so well. Even in that match, the Doomcaller Bird did a lot of heavy lifting. I'd probably play this a little differently. There are a few cards I want to try out. I want to try out Card Destruction and Krebens. I also want to try, or the third Krebens, and then I want to try out Morphing Jar as well. Somewhere. I also have a random Chaos Sorcerer on the side. This should not be there. There's not enough lights. What's your favorite Edison deck? What do you mean? Like to play or like what is it? Just like overall? It's kind of hard to place. They're all really fun. There isn't really a, like even the most boring Edison decks are still pretty fun. I'm going to celebrate the weed smoking holiday. No, I don't smoke. Yeah, it's kind of a hard question to answer, Liquid. I play a lot of different decks. I could maybe give you like a top 20. You guys want to do that? All right. First off, I need to hear your guys' favorite decks. Everyone in the chat who's here right now. What is your favorite deck in ASMR? You were missing a Smorg deck. Me too. That deck's cool. All right. I can give you like a top 20 of like I think the most. I've made a video on this before, but okay. Not in any order. I like Black Wings. I like Quick Draw. I like Teledad. I like Jinzo decks. I like Ancient Gear Machina. This is a new favorite. I like these are the decks that I like. I like Anti-Meta, but it's bad. I think these are probably my top six. I'm probably forgetting something. I like Dragons. Dragon Beat. I'm gonna do a quick scroll through. Quick scroll through. You know, I like Six Samurai. I think that deck's kind of fun. Also bad. I like Flamvell. Pretty bad. Yeah. Of these decks, the ones that are like actually good, probably Black Wings, Quickdraw, Teledad, Jinzo, Ancient Gear, and Dragons. Gotta put Dragons up here. Like, these are the actually good ones, and these are the ones that like kind of are bad but fun. Like, I'm trying to think what else is like bad but fun that I like. Oh, I like X Sabers. Pretty bad though. Pac-Man, you like the concept of flipping and resetting. Don't always like the gameplay though. I like Deslucuda a lot. I hate the games where I don't draw Deslucuda with that deck though. It feels like my deck is like incredibly underpowered. I was wondering if there was a way you could make like a zombie Deslucuda deck that's like half zombies, half Pac-Man. Macro beatdown is mindless fun. Yeah, any sort of beatdown deck. I really like aggro decks. I really dislike flip effects. Yeah, I like aggro combo, simple combo. I think anyone who's like, I think decks that are like activating Substitute like 8,000 times are pretty boring, and they're generally like a convolution of the game. Like, the activating Substitute a billion times or activating Lone Fire a billion times, while they may be cool in like a vacuum or whatever, like in small doses, those types of decks to me like aren't the actual gameplay that I'm trying to get to, which is like, that's more just like memorizing. Do I like Gigavies? I'm neutral on Gigavies and Forgs with regards to like actually like playing them. I'm like neutral. I don't dislike them. I wouldn't dislike playing them, but I wouldn't be like super excited to play them. That's pretty much it. Like, these are the decks that I'd be like excited to play. Probably these 10. Even if they're bad. Like, there's some bad decks that really make me excited. Dark Gaia, maybe. Oh, I really like Demise. Fairies, pretty bad. I've been loving that deck lately. It's trash, but I like it a lot. Fossil Dinosaur, I did put anti-meta, so yeah, I do like anti-meta decks. I think that they're fun in general. They're not very good. I enjoy a lot of bad decks, and then I enjoy some decks that I think are actually pretty fucking strong, like Future Fusion deck. Future Fusion deck. You'll notice a trend here. Future Fusion deck. Possibly Future Fusion deck. Quick Draw Future Fusion deck. What's the trend? Black Whirlwind deck. What's the trend? I wonder what the trend is. Can anyone spot it? You think Gemini are cool? Yeah, they probably are. Played the fairy deck in Edison so much to the point of getting sick of it. Yeah, I like that deck. I think it's good. It's just not one of my favorites. I hate Future. I love Future Fusion. I think you're pretty silly if you don't want to play Future Fusion or Black Whirlwind. I think if you're not playing Black Whirlwind or Future Fusion, you're just playing a worse deck, usually. I don't know. It's like, those are my top two picks for read the Morganite cards. Is that like the Morgan and Morgan meme? If you're not playing Future Fusion, you have to be playing something crazy comparable, like Burial or Return. But even then, it's like, man, Future Fusion is going first. Make stun tier 1 in Modern. Oh, that's interesting. I don't really play a lot of Modern anymore, though. Playing against the odds. What do you mean by that, Christian? I don't understand. You're saying cutting the best card in Dragons, like the only reason to play them, and replacing it with a card that's actively bad for Dragons is your goo? That's crazy. I don't understand that, but that's interesting. I do think that if you're not playing Future Fusion, you're not having fun, generally speaking, because I would very much like 15% of my games to open the most broken card in the format. What's up, Asian, with that? How you doing? There was a Stun Hero deck that topped an RBET that wasn't trash. Yes. But that's like one top out of all the RBETs. It's generally bad. Generally. There you go. Generally bad. And, like, you know what I mean? Sick of around half the decks being hand traps. Last play went Inferno Nobles. What's the list for that deck? What deck are you talking about? Are you talking about the Hero Stun deck? Oh, it's Aleph Yatu's deck. I don't know if it's on my account. It might be on a different account. Bringing content no one else can. Yeah. Rare parenthesis inside of parenthesis. Yeah, I'd say the Future Fusion decks are amongst my favorite decks. And I've been working tirelessly to get Future Fusion into more decks so that I enjoy more decks, personally. Because if I'm not playing Future Fusion in the deck, it feels like I should be playing a comparable card. Something like Advanced Ritual Art, which can send 2 monsters from my deck to the graveyard and summons a powerful monster. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm not playing Future Fusion, I want to play something like Advanced Ritual Art. And then, like, the further along we go, you know what I mean? There's like, okay, I guess if I'm not playing either of those, I kind of want to play Foolish Burial. It's like pretty bad, but it's at least close enough to, you know what I mean? Like, this is a deck that should play Card Destruction, maybe. This is also a deck that should maybe play Foolish Burial as well. I need to revisit this deck. This deck is cool. Have you seen any cool competitive Crystal Beast decks? I've seen some cool ones, but I've seen no competitive ones. But there's definitely some cool ones. You're going to want to use the card Rescue Cat. And play as few Crystal Beast cards as possible. The way you like Future Fusion is how you feel about Miracle Fusion. You love being able to top deck a Miracle. Yeah, Miracle Fusion's pretty good. It's pretty comparable to stuff. But Future Fusion is like, I open it and I go first and I have an advantage. It's like having an inherent advantage over every other person in the tournament. It's like I'm playing this game where 15% of the time I'm winning. Like, I start the game winning. On top of, like, all the other broken cards that you could play in a deck. So, I do like Future Fusion decks quite a lot. Jinzo decks, Ancient Gary doesn't matter, Dragons, Quick Draw, and lately I've been working on other decks utilizing a sort of Cyber Valley, Dandelion, Stratos engine to just fit that into any deck. Just found out you were a fellow Persian brother. Salam, the Baba of Edison. Salam, Sachi. Good to see you in the chat. Yes, we are, I'm from Iran. But I look white as fuck. I also sound white as fuck. Yeah, definitely fucking Persian as hell, dude. Do you also have to shave 3 times a day, Sachi? Is that just a me thing? Is that just a me problem? The number one most important skill an Edison duelist can do is opening Future Fusion. Facts. Sounds like your Amaryllis Stolen Valor deck, Kappa. It does sound like you could fit it into Amaryllis. It sounds like you could fit it into a lot of different things. You look white as hell. Yeah, a lot of Iranians and Persians do. On, like, a lot of the, like, boxes in the United States, they don't even have it as an option. I'm like, what the fuck? They're erasing my culture. They're erasing it. I'm just kidding. All right, they do that to everyone. What's my thought on Skull Servants? I already did that, talked about that in the last stream, if you want to go check that out. Yeah, let me show off this core, though. Like, this general core. Add to anything. This is the, Add to anything. Alright, there we go. So you can add this sort of core to any deck, and it's like not bad. You didn't know you're bad? No, I'm just letting you know that I'm not gonna repeat that for right now, because we're talking about what today's stream is. Generally, though, I think the Skull Servants are missing a little. King Ray says, "Are we playing?" Not if you keep asking like that, brother. FF Crisis Core. Lol. No. This is the. You can fit this core into like anything, and it's like good. You can fit these 10 cards into any deck, and it will be good. That's it. It's just. And you could do variations of this, you know, like depending on what your Stratos target is. Majority of peeps hated on the Valley Amaryllis build. Now Keza did well, and peeps on that bandwagon, it seems. What's really weird about it is that Keza did well over and over and over again, and people were still just like, no, whatever. What other hero do you play? It depends on your deck. Yeah, it just depends on your deck. But like this is like a general, like you could put this in anything, and it's not going to be that bad. And at least one other hero. Yeah, you would have to play one other hero, whatever that hero is. But, yeah. Just kidding. Is this considered a hero card? Okay. Where is it? Even Crystal Beast? I mean, the core itself will be good. The Crystal Beast cards won't be, but maybe. You never know. This core is pretty good, though. It's won me a lot of games across a lot of different variations. Generally speaking, your other monsters will be Alias or Infernal. But you could also make an argument for, like, Plasma. Like, here, I'll put these on the side because they're, like, the opt-ins. Could you make a list with Advance and Skull Servants? Did that last stream, Cole. Go check it out. I'm pretty sure I did that last stream. Maybe not Advanced Ritual Art, but I showed off a Skull Servant deck. Can you add Oscillo Hero off Stratos? Rulings I don't care about for 100. Also, you know what I learned today, which actually made me really annoyed? I lost a game because of this, by the way. I learned this fucker can negate spells and traps that target a psychic monster in the graveyard. And it has to target exactly one psychic monster. Not just on the field, but in the graveyard. I learned that today. Did you guys know that? It can also... Yeah. What the fuck? I lost a game because of this. Someone summoned a Thought Ruler versus me and then negated my Power Well on my Krebins. Yeah. Super fucking annoying. It's super fucking annoying because the way this card is worded is not the same way Arcus is worded. Where it says, in parentheses, anywhere. It doesn't fucking say that on Thought Ruler Archfiend. For no reason. For no reason, the wording is different. For no fucking reason. Ugh! It's so annoying. It's just like, why is this game like this? Why is this game like, show that replay? Why? It's just, I went too well for one to Caius his Thought Ruler, and then he negated it. And then we looked up to see if it worked, and it does. This does negate that. Fucking awesome. Oh, dude. There was another part in the game too where like... No, that's not what we're talking about. But I learned that today. Just no reason to be worded differently from Arcus, but it is. It is worded different from Arcus for no reason. Why would it be like that? Reviewing limited spells? Kinda, yeah. What's up, Christian? How you doing? Just power spells in general. Like some cards like are not limited in Edison, but are pretty strong. I'd say like Miracle Fusion. It's a pretty strong card. It's not limited. Solar Recharge is another card that's pretty fucking strong, and it's not limited. There are a bunch of stuff. Playing Pure Psychics? No. I was playing Teledad. Pure Psychics doesn't play Caius, as far as I know. But yeah, I was playing Teledad. I generally don't play Pure Psychics. I haven't tried that deck yet. Has anyone in here seen the last members only video? Because that video was gas. Should we do an 8-man? Let's just run an 8-man. Fuck it. Alright. Fuck it! What's my favorite innovation you've seen lately? Card destruction in Dragons. Alright, I pinged in the Discord for an 8-man. Horn of Heaven was cool. Yeah, Horn of Heaven's very cool. That one is really, really cool. I'm trying to think of what else. The latest members only video, if you haven't seen that. What else did we see recently that was cool? There was like the no dupe frog deck. That one was cool. I liked that one. Because I think Dupe Frog falls in the category of cards that I think suck, but like everyone plays. It's so annoying how much Dupe Frog has warped the meta because everyone plays it, even though it's like not a great card. It's like a very passive card. But everyone plays it, so like you have to consider it. But when everyone's considering it, it sucks. So it's like, it's so weird. You'll be a member, don't text and drive. Brutal. I hope you're alright. I hope the accident didn't hurt too much. I want to play a different deck. What do I want to play? Huh. I mean, I could play this core in just about anything, right? I think Aqua Dolphin's a good card in Modern, not in Edison, though. You were safe, learned your lesson, though. Well, I'm happy that you were safe. And I'm happy that you won't do it again, I guess. What is this guy? Flamvell Quick Draw. Huh. This deck looks fun. Extra deck looks a little bit cramped, but kind of works. Rekindling's another power spell. That's another power spell that's not limited, surprisingly. I was trying to build this deck that played like aliens and then you laddered into them somehow. Forgot exactly how I was doing that. There was like a bridge. There was a bridge between... I can't remember what was the bridge. Let's see if I can find it. No, not this deck. Oh, it was Featherizer. Yeah, this guy was kind of a bridge between two engines. Or it could like get you to Gigaplant, or it could get you to Alien Hypno. And I was thinking about... Yes, I have several Quick Draw Dark World vids. Several. I think they're amongst some of the more popular videos on the channel. This list is ass, but the general concept of like Featherizer, send alien hypno, set up ammonite is interesting. I'm sure there's something there. What is this? Frog Monarchs. It says battle recruiter. It's not a battle recruiter. It doesn't recruit anything. It's a foolish and then it draws a card. So it's 2 effects when it's destroyed by battle. It's kind of similar to like Ojama Blue. In theory, it sounds very good. In practice, you have to see it. Oh, that was the bridge. It was like Kamakiri. This guy, which is Battle Recruiter, into Featherizer, into Send Alien Hypno, into Setup Ammonite. That was the bridge. And then I was playing Verdant Sanctuary as a way to recruit Flying Kamakiri if my Insect got popped. And so it would be like Insect gets popped, and then you tutor the Kamakiri, and then Kamakiri gets you to Featherizer, Featherizer gets you to Hypno, or gets you to Gigaplant. And you can use Featherizer to get to Gigaplant, and then reuse King Ray. If you ask one more time, I'm just banning you. I'm straight up banning you. Like, there's 3 people. There are 3 other people. Literally stop begging for games. That's not the vibe. All right. What were we talking about? It ended up being not good because it doesn't get you to Ammonite. At the end of all of that, it doesn't get you to Ammonite guaranteed. So it doesn't even matter if you get your grave set up. Ducking the smoke. I have never lost to you. I've played against you like 6 times and I've never lost to you. I'm hosting an 8-man. You can join the Discord, and if you win your round 1, you can play against me. I don't know what you mean. I do not know what you mean. No, I don't think anyone's a stream sniper. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's not really the vibe right now. We are hosting an 8-man if you want to get in, though. You're totally welcome to join that. What was this? Insect Drain. This card's pretty interesting. It's another power spell. Not really, Alright, I need to figure out what deck I'm playing. That's what we're doing, because we have 7 players for the 8-man, and we're about to... What is this? Iron Wall Baboon Burn with no baboons. Nice. Oh, I like this deck. I played this deck recently on stream. I played this deck against Totagon. Or was it Totagon? No, it was Damien. I played against Damien on stream. Play the Chaos Heroes. You want me to play Chaos Heroes? I kind of want to play a deck with card destruction. I'm vibing that card. I want to play a deck with card destruction, personally. What's up, Rob Raven? How you doing? Baboonless, Baboon Burn. I'm doing pretty good as well. I'm doing pretty good. Oh my gosh. What am I playing though? This is a tricky one. Are we playing the Ruin Queen deck? That deck's fun. Maybe we play Ruin Queen. Okay, hold on. Where is that deck? I want to play this, but I want to try different cards. I want to try card destruction. I don't know if I want to main this either. I kind of want to side it. I want to try card destruction in this, and I wanted to try something else, but card destruction will have to do. Now I need to make space for this decree. Fuck Tragodia, get out of here. Alright, double early decree. That Fairy Lily deck looks fire. It's gas. I could play that too. Alright, I'll give you guys options. Pull. Fairy Lily, Garbage, or Demise Fairy, garbage. All right. You pick. You guys get to pick which one I play. All right. I think. We've got... We got a poll running right now. 12 votes. Get your votes in now because tough vote, honestly. Fairy Lily has Magic Cylinder. That's true, but seems like more people want to watch the Demise one. It appears. What's going on here? I've got to make the bracket. And one last person to add to the bracket. I'm not forgetting someone. Cool. I got it. There we go. Alright, sick. Looks like people want to watch this Demise thing. Would 2 to 3 cylinder and Edison be too broken? I mean, we have Dimension Wall. Dimension Wall, I think, is a card. We have 3 of this. So it's kind of similar. It's not the same, but it's pretty similar. And as a result, not even half as many votes as viewers. Disgraceful. People just might not have an opinion on this. Maybe it's just too gimmick decks. I need to do a few test hands first before we hop in, though. Just so I can warm up my brain. About to meet your Demise playing this deck. I've played this deck a bunch on stream before. It's generally pretty strong. But it gets hosed by a few, like, really basic things. But it's generally pretty good. Alright. Alright, cool. I'm feeling it. 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 Alright. Let's fucking go. Alright. We're playing against Over London. Fuck. I think I accidentally put 9 people in. Oops. Well, opening Triple Herald is insane. It sounds pretty good. Hold on 1 second. The cat is meowing. Oh, that's enough, buddy. That's enough. Hey, babe. Alright. We're here. It's time to duel, boys. It's time to duel. Bring the cat to the stream, coward. No, it's his dinner time. That's why he was meowing. Or it's almost his dinner time. I don't know if it's exactly his dinner time, but... Fuck. Include the cat. Make it a 10-man bracket. Cool. I don't know what my opponent's username is. Okay. Yeah, now we wait for our opponent, who may or may not be here. Been wanting to get a pet so bad, but you're just not at home enough. Yeah, I did not. Um, how do I say this? It's Shen's cat, and I have simply adopted it. Adopted him. But I would not have gotten a pet if I was on my own. I'll tell you that much. What type of cat? I believe it's a snowshoe cat. Yeah, it's a snowshoe. As far as I know. Oh, we're playing against Mr. Tag, YouTuber. I didn't know that he had a different. I didn't know he had a different Discord username. You love a mismatched color animal. It's pretty cute too. Adorable island of misfit toys ass animals. Facts, bro. You love cats, you got a ragdoll. That's cool. I'm glad you have a cat that you love and care for. Negate his Mind Master. If he's playing that, we probably have a good matchup. On the low. It's probably a pretty good matchup. As long as we draw the Herald of Orange and don't get cooked. But even if he's not playing that, probably have a good matchup. I really have fun. This deck does pretty well into like rogue shit. It's not like great against Black Wings or those types of decks where they can like spam powerful guys pretty easily. Probably not very good versus like the plant decks either. But it is pretty good against like just rogue combo decks or whatever. This hand's pretty good. Grebbins. Okay, so it looks like it is a Krebins deck, to say the least. I'm gonna upstart first, because I don't know if I want to summon Senju. Possible I would like to not summon Senju. Dude, that's so unlucky. Oh my gosh. Okay. Now we have to summon Senju, sadly. Activate. Go get the rune. Then we will trade in. That's pretty unlucky. Shit happens though. Poetic. Alright, let's attack. Pass the turn. Garnet.deck. Yeah, we have drawn 3 Duname's Dark Witch in the top 10 cards of our deck. Valkyries of a Feather. Says, yikes, this deck is straight up ass. No, it's actually pretty good, but I mean, we drew 3 malicious. I don't know how to describe it other than that. Like, some games you just draw 3 malicious. And that's it. What deck makes you auto-grown when you have to play against them besides Glads? I don't really like playing against Lightsworn. I think that's the one deck where I feel like very annoyed. I hate any Christia decks. Alright, well, he just opened the nuts and we opened all 3 Dunames, so whatever. 10 cards in, no Herald, triple Dunames is fucking crazy, by the way. But alas, it is what it is. This should be a really good matchup, in theory, but you know how that goes. I don't know if DD Crow's really good here. It's good against Power Will, but that seems so late. Pokemon is probably also good. Doesn't matter how good the matchup is when you open like the worst. Yeah, I get you. Yeah. Yeah. I should have sided out a lure. I sided out all my darks. Is what it is. I'm gonna try to hit a Christia here. Try to get that pop in. You lose the demise here. Unfortunate. It's fine though. We at least have this. It's just like something. It's not like great. Something. When you played Lights One at local, you opened 2 Wolves and 2 JDs. Just so you knew the deck was not for you. Sark is fine. Makes sense. A good card here would be Ruin. Dark Murderer says shuffle better. I know. I've had a pretty unlucky day so far. But if I scrub here, then I get a play against the 9th from the last round, so I'm not too upset about that. He's going to set a couple, pass the turn back, whatevs. Skill issue. Trap does shoot. Sure, that's fine. He can take the Herald here, but we can dig into another one, I think. I don't like how good he draws. Does shoot, fucking E-Telly, all that shit. Green light, duh. Like, what else are you gonna take? Dunames? Like, what are we thinking about here? What are you actually thinking about there? Maybe I should have solemn that, but it's fine. Yeah. Is it Summon Sonic Bird time? I think it is. Summon Sonic Bird. Would have drawn Herald of Purple. Not exactly useful, so kind of glad I shuffled there. Grab the Ritual Art, and we'll fire off Upstart Goblin. And hopefully hit a guy. A ritual guy would be really good here. Ah! Okay. I know what you're thinking. I play 5 ritual monsters, and I play 3 Dunamis Dark Witch. I've drawn 5 Dunamis, and I've drawn 0 rituals. I know what you're thinking here. Oh, he's just hard passing? Say less. Say less. I'm gonna kill that shit so fast. Oh my god. Just try and stop me. Sick. Alright. Well, yeah, well. I hope he can't beat this card. Because at the very least, we have a Christia in play. At the very least. Alright, do you have 2 Christia outs? Let's find out. Terraforming. Sure. This is extra normal. Yeah, this is the extra normal. He's going to go for the extra normal off the brain research. Try to get to a jumper play, maybe? No, just pass. Ooh, another bird, you say? Another silly little bird. Don't mind if I do. I have to deal 9,000, boys. Can we deal 9,000? That's the real question here. Can we deal 9,000 before we lose? I don't know. I don't know if we can deal 9,000 before we lose. We might lose. 2 Christia outs and 7 cards. Do you have it? Trap stun plus Christia out. Do you have it? Let's go! Yes! Draw 5 Dunamis and still win. Oh my gosh. What's up, Andy? How you doing? You joined at a hype moment in my life. Book of Moon's probably good, right? It's probably pretty solid. I don't imagine it being terrible. How many Dunamis do you think I'll draw this game? Well, I was supposed to side out a lure and send you. All right. Let's do that. Lovely win. Should I keep in the send you? The Battle of the Rogue decks is too fun. It is kind of silly, but I'll take it. I'll take it. Double Witch opener. Come on. Oh my god. I've run 6 Witch. No rituals, dude. 6 Witch, no rituals. That's crazy, dude. This game is like rigged. I mean, it's like not that bad in this hand, but it's just so... You know what I'm saying. We're so close. Yeah, we got 2 draws here to find one, right? Nothing feels better than having a creature or relinquish go off, especially when the volcanic shell. Yeah, that sounds cool. Alright, terraforming. Okay. What are we doing with this, though? Brain Research Lab. Just summoning 2 monsters? Oh. Psychic Snail, pass the turn. Alright, that's an interesting card. What's up, John Karibo? How are you doing? Sonic Bird, activate. Would I have upstarted into it? Oh, I would have upstarted into Solemn. Okay, here's the deal. We're getting Ruined Queen right here and winning the game. I'm drawing Ruined Queen right now and the game ends. It's happening right now. Watch this shit. Fuck. I was so close. Next turn he gets the well. Which means... I know he has lab, 3 unknowns. One of them is probably Mindmaster because he searched well, not E-Telly. Either that or he has E-Telly. Let's blow the book to kill this guy. For some reason I thought Psychic Snail had 1700 defense. It's just stats are just not... That's a pretty good stats. 1900 is not bad, obviously, but... Saw WrestleMania 41 day 1. Saw you were live and needed your Yu-Gi-Oh! Edison. Hype, dude. He doesn't get well next turn. Well, yeah, I know, but like... He wouldn't search well if he didn't have Mindmaster already, I'm pretty sure. I think he's like... He was trying to set up maybe like a Mindmaster situation. Sided into Gear Talents. Interesting. Okay. Well, that's not that big of a deal. Because this isn't doing it. This deals like 1600 and then we're fine as long as we don't draw the Witch. But if we draw the Witch, we're fucked. Like pretty fucked. Actually, I don't know. Hold on. Witch Honest gets over the Gear Dragon and then normals this shit. What does this shit do? Pay 1000 life points. Add one you remove from play. Second monsters to your hand. Okay. So extra normal. Okay, that's fine. I don't know what he's trying to do. Synchro. Is this the same as the last live version, or you made a few tweaks? I made a few tweaks, John Karibo. I've made a few tweaks. I've added card destruction. I've added a few other cards here. He's gonna make Goyo Guardian. That's pretty good, isn't it? So he's actually getting in some pretty big damage here. Nothing too like ridiculous. He can well back Jumper to try and steal stuff. That's interesting. He's going to play around Gores for no real reason whatsoever. I don't know why we put the guy into play if we were going to do that. Okay, so now... Alright. Let's see. Summon Manju. I think I win this one. I think I win this one for sure. I just need to do a quick calculation. Summon Manju. Activate the effect. Search Demise. Clearly. Is there any way... Oh, maybe supposed to search Ruin. Yeah, I was supposed to search Ruin. Okay, that was silly. That was a little stupid. Yeah, I was supposed to search Ruin. Yeah. Ruin, deal 23, 25. This runs this over. I still can't get to 4. I would have had to crash the Manju, Ruin over these 2, Special Christia, but then he still has the Research Lab. Just say misclick, bro. No, I don't think it works. I don't think ruin works. Because I don't think we can, I don't think we can do this. But this is pretty fucking strong. Like, he's out his yugioh. He loses 1,000 off the research lab. He takes 24. We have Herald of Orange, pitch Christia, and then I think we win. Yeah, I think the Demise alone should get him, and summon Christia. You can drop Honest, then Demise. Oh, that's what it was. It was drop Honest, Demise. Ah, I forgot I blipped them on. Yes, you're right. It was drop Honest, then Demise. Oh my god. You're right, Crazy Shark. I knew there was a way. Oh my god, I'm just playing like ass. Not that it matters. Not that it ever fucking matters. I can just do that now. Set Witch. Activate Demise. Pay 2,000. Chain Compulsory on Demise. Sure, it's fine. Set the Witch. Special Christia. Activate Effect. Back Manju. I died of Brain Control. If he has it. Pass turn. If he has it, he deserves it. I'll just say that much. Another Christia. Wow, that's pretty good. Manju. Activate the effect. Go get the end of the world. Battle phase. Christia attacks. 14. 2K is a hefty cost. To win the game? Yeah. Maybe not. It's faster than JD though. Like, it's really hard for them to deal 6K before you can just activate an advanced ritual art usually. They have to have an OTK like turn 2 usually. Pass the turn. I like my position here. I think it's pretty good. I died of Brain Kai's. One of the commandments. Yeah, totally. GG's. Despite drawing, what was that? 6 Dunamis Dark Witch, we managed to take down this deck. Don't forget about Brain Kai's. I actually have Herald of Orange for Brain Kai's. So. GG's. That worked out. Alright. Who ended up winning on the other side of things? Okay. Who's on the other side of the bracket? Galaxia. Okay, we'll go check out Galaxia. GG's Mr. Tag. Go check out his YouTube channel. He makes some Edison videos. And they're pretty cool. They're very cool. So, I would absolutely check it out. I like that Psychic deck. I think it's good against other decks. It's probably not good into, like, Herald of Orange Turbo. But, yeah, go check out Mr. Tag. He makes some cool videos. Alright, Galaxia. Looks like Galaxia's down a game, and he's getting heavy stormed, which is rough. How's it going, El Schaefer? Pitch, special, swap frog. Send Substitute, activate salvage. This looks miserably boring. I don't want to play against this. Ew. I'm playing Ruin Queen, and I'm going to have to play against this? Ew. Please win, Galaxia. What's up, Gigabytes? I can never tell if this guy is memeing. Currently deck building. We're sacrificing Deep Frogs. Okay. What was the... Why? Why are we doing that? Avarice? It's gotta be Avarice, yeah. But even then, why are we doing this? Wouldn't you want to end on dupe here than avarice? No, not dupe. Yeah, why would you even avarice there? I guess it's game 2. You don't want him to draw on a crow. Okay. Yeah, he probably just doesn't want Galaxia to draw on a crow. Does anyone know if Unifrog targets? It does, right? I seem to remember it targeting, but I could be wrong. Unifrog targets? Okay. Makes sense. Does target, okay. Having Heavy Storm plus Subsitobe plus Body is pretty lucky too. Plus Avarice. That's pretty lucky. But this doesn't amount to much. Does it? I guess he gets flip-flop. Isn't the flip-flop in the grave though? What was this point of this? What? All 3 subs are gone, so you can no longer do any of those plays. Both Dust Frogs are gone. You need another Avarice to do anything? Just negate this with Titanium. Right? You just always negate this with Titanium. There's no reason to have Titanium in the deck, right? Unless, okay, he's using Lone Fire, Chain, Phoenix Wing, target Titanium. You could just let that go back to the deck and then resummon the Titanium if you want. That seems a little interesting. Why'd he discard another Phoenix Wing? Isn't this like your payoff? Yeah, that doesn't seem... And suddenly, the plant player is back in the game. After all that, they're at the same number of cards. And one of them is Titanium, and 2 of them are Dupe Frog. Is Galaxion Gigavice or Amaryllis? Jeez. It looks like Gigavice. I don't see Amaryllis play compulsory that frequently. It looks like Gigavice. Whether it is or isn't, I don't know. He's on Amaryllis. It looks like Gigavice. I feel like Amaryllis doesn't really play... Oh, 2 Titanials? Yeah, it might be Amaryllis. Train Frogs because it puts your opponents to sleep. Yeah, it's an incredibly boring deck. Takes so long. It's so long just for the Frog player to like mess up. Frog losing? I don't think Frog is losing here. Flip-flop Frog gets rid of both Titanials. It's a very neutral position where both players have outs to draw here. There are more things that the Frog player can draw that are good, and he has a lower density in deck. So I actually think that, like, given the long game, the Frog player will probably win. But I do think that he's going to have a harder time winning with... Yeah, okay, there it is. Flip-flop Frog. So yeah, he did draw it, yeah. Yeah. There it is. Banish both Bonefires, and Galaxia's going to concede. I don't understand. What was in your hand and in your deck where you couldn't beat this? I don't understand why that couldn't be beaten. I'm curious. Like, you still had a bunch of life points. Do you not have Debris Dragon? Do you not have Torrential Tribute? Like, what's the concession there? What was locked in the hand? I'm curious. I'm actually curious. Alright, now we get to play against King Ray. After all his lovely comments earlier, and him playing frogs. Good luck, have fun. Alright. I'm gonna pick scissors. Just kidding. No Minecon, no brain, no mark. Yeah, it's kind of weird. No torrential either. I wonder how this matchup lines up. Pitch, special, activate Treeborn, or Sentryborn. Okay, interesting choice. I wonder why we're doing all this. Pitch, special, bounce. Extra normal Treeborn. Normal substitute. Okay, we didn't open Herald of Orange. So I have to crack this the old-fashioned way. We know we have Swap Frog in hand. Opening double Crow on the Frog matchup feels pretty good. He had a pretty specific hand that didn't play into Crow. He didn't Avarice, he didn't Salvage. And he didn't need to add back Substitute. But in general, we have a lot of good draws. So this is probably fine. I wonder, like, if it's even worth, like, keeping the crows around. If I send you first, I'm hoping to hit Advanced Ritual Art specifically off of Allure. If I Allure first, then I have to banish a Crow, which could be annoying because he has double Treeborn, but I don't really want to blow both Crow on double Treeborn at this moment. If I Allure now, I think it's a little better because I can draw into either Demise or I have more combinations I can draw into, basically. Draw two. Yeah, see, that didn't pan out exactly because we don't have a way to grab a ritual spell. We got a third Crow, I guess, which is like fine. It's not ideal. I'm gonna banish Demise and then search another Demise. Now I need Manchu or Sonic Bird or Advanced Ritual Art or End of the World. So I have 8 draws here that get me to a live Demise, and then I've got triple Crow. Hopefully that's enough. I don't know. I don't really know. I don't even know if I'm supposed to stop Substitute here. Or, not Substitute, Treeborn Frog. Yeah, I'll just Crow the Treeborn Frog. Yeah, I'll just Crow him. Fuck it. Card's annoying. Yeah, I'll also Crow that. This is probably wrong. I probably am just supposed to save it for like the Fishborgs and stuff. But I don't know. Now he has to normal summon something. He can substitute it out. 26% chance. Is it 26? I have 8 cards in 31. Yeah, it's a little. Yeah, it's 26. Yeah, you're right. So we have 26, and then we have a redraw with trade-in, redraws with upstart. So we have 4 redraws and 8 hits. So it's 12 out of 31. It's not 50-50 yet. Pots are Borgs usually. Just figured if he had a pot, he would have played it last turn. I just want him to have a slow turn this, where he'll like maybe use a substitute once, and then next turn we maybe hit our Demise. I also have other hand traps in the deck, so it's like not that big of a deal. He's about to double armor you. That wouldn't have... That's fine. If he does that, then he does that. Like, if he's capable of doing that with 4 cards in hand through 1 Crow, then he's capable of doing that with 4 cards in hand through 1 Crow. He's thinking pretty hard here. Here's D, the fishboard. Yeah, I like don't. I'm not in this game regardless unless I hit next turn, I think. So I'm like I'm trying to make him play in a way that's like commit to the board and then we hit and then we win. Because that would be the optimal, obviously, situation. He's going to send Substitute, which is nice. Activate Substitute, that's also fine. Does he have a Death still in deck? I think he does. He might run that into the Imanju. Doesn't double armor like Colossal cost like 9 cards? Yeah, he would need to have a very specific hand to be able to do that. It would have to be like salvage, Avarice into another Avarice into another Avarice or something like that. It would have to be pretty specific. 1 for 1, that gets in the Fishborg. So there's Fishborg. He can Synchro now into 6-star. Goyo Guardian. So he's going to try to take Senju, which is fine. This just plays into Honest. This doesn't seem good. I would have attacked. This can't be right. Gonna use Substitute. Huh. Special Unifrog. This just doesn't seem great. I don't know. I'll just check, see if he has enemy controller. I don't think that deck plays enemy controller. He gets an extra body to work with, but I don't think it really matters that much. Yeah, I don't really know what he's trying to do here. Yeah, that's fine. I need to hit next turn anyway, because my hand is like, it's pretty unplayable. I do have 12 hits, so it's not terrible. It's not like just over. Yeah. Do we submit our RBET biggest decks online? They said that, but I couldn't find. Oh, there we go. That works. So we hit. Very nice. Another world. Special demise. Activate the effect. Pay 2,000. Blow up the field. 2-Frog will get to add something back, but whatever. I don't know what that guy even gets at this point. Probably Swap Frog or something. It's the end of the world as we know it. I know. This card is... Demise is so busted. You're so tilted right now. Why Hapster? What did he search? Was it flip-flop? Did the math? You had 38% chance of hitting. Yeah, I had a 38% chance. I also could have hit like a couple other cards that would have been decent there. And like bought me an extra turn. But that was the one that guaranteedly got me into the game. So it was about, I'd say it's a little under a 50-50. We got pretty lucky, but we also had to get pretty lucky to not see one in the top, or get pretty unlucky to not see one in the top 10. What did he add? Was Flip Flop Frog or something like that? I didn't even see. There's Flip Flop Frog, right? Okay. Well, there's Christia. That's pretty good. How many fairies do I have? Just 2? Shit. All right, blow it up again. Fuck, get your shit out of here. 42. I'm a freak of nature, so his wins drastically go down. You didn't do any math. It's either you do or you don't. Yep, 50-50. This deck hits better than that infamous Tethius night. Oh, dude, yeah, that night was crazy. That was nuts. What is he thinking about here? I don't know what he can do. He has a Substitute left, though, so there's that. If he had had a set Dandelion there, that would have been a pretty good trick. That would have been a silly one. Quick maths. Just joined, scrub through that Future Fusion package with Valley would go nuts with Diva Bubble Man. Would it? Targets. I don't think this does anything, does it? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I just don't think this does anything. Pitch special swap, normal sub. I don't think this does anything. Had some friends over for poker, and one of them forces the blinds to be far higher than as the host was comfortable. You told them you wanted it lower, or they forced me to say if it's over, it's over. What? Just kick them out. Just be like, dog, we're not playing for that amount of money. Normal swap frog, okay. Shit. Are you pitching Fishborg to... Sorry, what is happening here? Alright, what is happening here? Normal swap. Okay, activates Fishborg. Cost, pitching another Fishborg. He's got Beals in hand. He's already normaled. I'll just crow it. Yeah, if someone is making you uncomfortable in your own house, just kick them out. Just tell them to stop or kick them out. Yes. Absolutely, Hapster. Never let someone disrespect you or push you around in your own house. If blowing up the friendship, then let him. If anyone's threatening a friendship over something like that, then he's not your friend. Just tell him to leave. I'm sorry. Mad disrespectful? Yeah, that's insane. That's insane behavior. What's fairy count for Christia? It's 2. Thank you. Yeah, no, I don't. Yeah, don't let a man disrespect you in your own house. You gotta do what you gotta do, bro. Wow, that went well. Yeah, set healthy boundaries, be emotionally intelligent. I think all that stuff applies here. I don't know if I even want these cards. That's the thing. I have these cards mostly for Gigabytes, but the deck is pretty strong. Assuming it gets what it wants to get. Sangan is maybe a little weak. Allure is maybe a little weak. Sangan and Allure, maybe a little weak. I could see that. Card destruction might be a little bit not great, but at least it's a redraw. Heavy Storm and Typhoon seem a little silly. Swords of Concealing is crazy good. Don't they side, though? They side a lot of cards for it. Crazy Spicy Tech on the Swords of Concealing. It's pretty good. It's really good with Demise and Ruin. Because you just, like, put their guys face down and kill all of them. Cut the purple. I feel like they side trap cards. And this guy sets up... Like, at worst, it's a fairy. Whereas, like, Heavy Storm and Space Typhoon are not fairies that I can ditch to Herald of Orange. I need to keep a certain number of fairies for Herald of Green, Herald of Orange, and Christie as well. So it's probably like this 5. Like 1 Herald of Purple, 1 Sangan, 1 Allure, 1 Heavy Storm, 1 Space Typhoon. That's probably fine. I don't think this is like great though if he just sides in a bunch of back row. But if he sides in a bunch of back row, I'll just beat him to death with a Sonic Bird, I guess. I don't know. See, like, I'm happy that I have a purple light here. What's the deck to look out for in Vegas? Probably Vayu Turbo and Gigabytes and Machina. I think those are like 3 decks to look out for, and Blackwing. So those are probably the top 4. Frog Hero is probably 5th most popular. Normal Swaps and Treeborn, okay. We just passing, okay. Well, I'm honest. Attack for 11. It just works. That's the honest. Am I crowing Treeborn here? Probably. Skips his turn. I could just hold it for something more impactful, but there's a good chance he's just off combo entirely game 2 and game 3, and it's just good to hit this so he can't like Vanity's Fiend me or something like that. Something stupid. Without putting at least a little bit of effort into it. Not 10,000, so that's cool. We're going to Moray back some frogs. That makes sense. Those cards are not great in the hand, so he'll want to draw some new cards. I feel like Value Turbo is the deck to beat out most events. Yeah, a lot of people play it. I think Black Wings is probably the most common deck at any given event. And Glads, baby. There's like 8 decks that you want to have a good matchup into. I think it's like Glads, Value Turbo, Black Wings, Frogs if you can. Some of the other decks if you can. I forget what else. Gigavice if you can. Gigavice is a tricky one because it's like there's very little you can do if they just have it. Where's this frog deck? I feel like even if they have it, you can still do some things. I don't know. We got pitch, special swap, pitching Fishborg Blaster. Cool, okay, so swap's going to be able to send, maybe Substitute, yep. Just setting up for a salvage here, which is fine. Pitch, Stoop Frog. We'll just crow that. Fishborg. Not crow the Fishborg. Like people would lock in Dragons and Amaryllis. Would sweep a lot of events. Yeah. That's fine. So no Fishborg here. He might try to go for normal summon Substitute to activate the effect. To which we will Herald of Orange Light. I'm down a bunch of cards here, but my opponent has no board and no grave, so whatever. Here, what was the other card he got back? Was it Dupe Frog, something like that? Future Fusion. What the fuck? Frog needs to announce his reveals for effects. Yeah, he does, yeah. That's fine. That's not a big deal. Absolute zero. Decided into heroes? Sun Fishborg and a hero. So yeah, he has Fishborgs now. Bubble Man. Well, that's a good draw. Maybe we can find one of our 1400 guys. Even better. Just kidding. That doesn't really work, does it? How do we want to do this? Hand is Dupe Frog, 2 unknowns. Honest Poke. Can we set Honest? He makes a Synchro. Can drop Christia. Set Pass the way Edison was meant to be. Yeah. Bait the attack. I know he has Dupe Frog in hand and 2 unknowns, so probably just Honest Poke. Alright, cool. Activate Honest, bounce it to hand, pass the turn. Attack and leave it in attack. That's ballsy. But then he might make Cataster, which I don't want. Normal swap. This is Treeborn, but this doesn't matter. Poke for 1,000. Yeah, I figured his hand would be like dupes. Herald of Green. He gets 0 next turn. There was no great way to navigate this, was there? Green and Honest to OutZero and drop Christia. That would leave me with 5 fairies. Fucking shit. It's really annoying. Green Poke goes crazy. Green Poke might lose me the game. Pretty sure it's set green pass. Not super happy about this though. He thinks it's honest. He won't attack it with Swap Frog. He'll summon Swap Frog. He has too many cards now. This did not pan out well for us. I needed to hit a 1400 guy at some point, but we didn't in our top 10 cards. What are the odds of missing 1400 guy in the top quarter of the deck when you play 8 of them? What's the odds? If I have 8 starters, it's 20% of my deck, and I miss in the top 25. What's the odds of that? I hate how much of this deck is literally just like... is literally just draw odds. And getting... What's up, Amir? How's the games going? I'm getting like... weirdly... I think I might be getting OTK'd here because he drew Substitute. 26%? What do you mean? There's no way. So if I play 8 of a card, deck is 40 cards. I play... oh, deck is 37 cards, sorry, because the upstarts. I play 8 copies. Cards drawn are 10. Odds to have 1. Odds to have greater than or equal to 1. It's a 5% chance. It's more than that because I play 37 cards because yeah, that's good. I don't know, at this point we're probably just going to game 3, but pretty unlucky. Like 95% chance to 94-ish% chance to get the guy to do the thing. It's pretty unlucky. So if he's good, yeah. Now that Simo has played Commander, do you think you and the other Yugi tubers would collab on Commander? I don't really play Commander. I think if someone plays Commander, they should make Commander videos, but I don't play Commander. I don't want to like force myself to play Commander to make a video, just because I just don't play it. I don't know. I'm gonna rip Pot of Greed or something. Don't stress. No, I think I'm dead. If he does this right, I am actually dead. I think. He might only be able to deal 8,000. Right? Well, this might be a kill. I don't know. Is it Goyo Guardian, maybe? I'm gonna try to steal the Honest. I don't know what Forgs is scary. I don't think so. I think it's like a fine like tier 2 deck. Most decks, like I'm playing a tier 3 deck. I'm playing Rituals. And I'm like not having an issue. And if I'm not having an issue with Rituals, then your deck with Icarus Attack should probably be able to deal with this deck pretty easily. Oh, he's gonna go Bionic. Hey, that's interesting. Why are we going Bionic? Is this game? It's game if he has a desk, right? 2, 3, 1,500, 4,000, 63, 83. He needs a little bit more. You go sub for the last Swap Frog, maybe. Could do it. Yeah. There you go. He figured it out. Good job. Alright. Well, this game we get Solemn. I don't really have to worry about Lava Golem. As far as the Concealing can go. Thank God for the late night, Yu-Gi-Oh! No, that was 9,100 or something like that. Swords of Concealing is probably worse than Book of Moon going second, right? Maybe not. Maybe we still consider it. That was a pretty unlucky draw. Not seeing the ritual action or any of our eight starters. Before he got swapped, it was 8,300. Yeah, but the swap made it 92, I believe. What am I doing? Maybe I messed up that game by crowing the Treeborn, but it cut him pretty hard in the early game, so. Is Book of Moon better than Swords of Concealing in this matchup? Going first. Maybe. Yeah, maybe it's alright. Alright. Whatever. I just don't love giving his Heavy Storm something to hit. I kind of like blanking Heavy Storm. But I don't really have, like, it's just Lava Golem that I'd swap with Solemn. I think Solemn's too strong going first. So, that's what we're going to do. Remember his video on how to beat Forgs and Gigabytes? Literally just do anything that takes cards away from them, and it makes it pretty hard for them to play. The only reason they were able to play that game is because we stalled out for like 5 draw steps, which was weird. This is an interesting hand. I wonder how we approach it. He can attack Dunamis with the character, but that's probably fine with the Death Frog. So you can like pitch special swap, sack for Death Frog, and attack Dunamis. But like I'm okay with that positional trade. More I have greed. Okay, he's gonna put back Dupe and Flip Flop. Interesting choice. Because keeping Dupe might have been better than keeping something else in the face of an 1800 monster. But who knows? We don't know. We don't know what his hand is like. We don't know what he's looking for. He might have a very good hand. He might have a very bad hand. Who fucking knows? Who fucking knows? Set back row. Unique New York. Do you think there's any decks that are so good but unfun for the format you just don't play? No, I just play the decks that I think are fun. But I don't really think that there's anything... Like, the only things that, like, I think would ruin the format are the viruses. I think if everyone is just, like, spamming viruses constantly, it could make the format, like, really miserable for a while. But even that has counterplay, so... Let's think. I think my hand is pretty good. I'm just trying to think if I go... Okay, Brownic... Bounce it back row. I can't Brownic Christia this turn. So I think I just punch. Yeah, they fall out of favor again, yeah. Here comes here comes Phoenix Wing on the Dunamis. I'll purple light this. Discard the run. That's a turn. You have nightmares at night about epidemic virus? Yeah, I hate that card. Yeah, this is fine. I don't think the Treeborn is really doing much. Unless he sacks for Death Frog, that's annoying. But even that, like, kind of just gets... Could have crowed it. I'd rather just save the crow for, like, some stupid payoff shit, though. Like, if he goes, like, why not normal to Synchro then Christia? Because I'm ass, basically. I can just do it this turn, though. It's fine. Normal. Synchro into Bryonic. Ooh, or is it Goyo Guardian? No, it's Bryonic. Special Christia. Add back the GG's. GG's. That was a fun one. That was actually kind of a fun one. I had a good time trying to navigate that. Orange Synchro Summon Christia. Yeah, I just forgot that I could do that, honestly, because I was reading the chat. I didn't know you played Christia. Wait, really? Do I? Until next time, King Ray. Alright. I guess we're in the finals. Twice to this Ritual Fairy deck as Forgs in your run to #1 DB ladder yesterday. Deck really struggles against Christia Herald decks. You lost to this specific deck? Oh, that's wild. I didn't know people were playing this. This is like one of my favorite decks. Fairy decks without Christia, come on, man. I think this deck is super fun. I don't know how good it is, but because I think it kind of just gets fucking reamed by Blackwings. Same guy. Oof. That would make sense, that there's only one guy playing the Ritual Fairy deck, but... Dumb questions. Where do you submit deck list for Vegas? You couldn't find it. I'm going to be honest with you. I have a meeting with them on tomorrow. With regards to that, I need to message them and schedule it tonight, actually. And then I'll get that information out as soon as possible, Silent Bandit. I'm going to post about it in the Discord if it's online. Otherwise, prepare to bring a paper one just in case. But I think they said they want online submissions, but they haven't provided me with a feasible link. So, is it possible to make room for Chaos Sorcerer? I actually cut Chaos Sorcerer because it was dead super, super often. So, Ray talking all that smack. I mean, that's just Ray. That's just Ray. Let's be honest. You kept him back row removal because you didn't know what that deck side decks. That's the cool thing about Edison format is you can build your own decks. You actually don't have to go online and copy people's decks. You can build your own decks like this one, which is a deck that I built myself. And you can build decks that your opponent doesn't know how to side against. And that's what's cool about it. Online deck lists should be standard. Unfortunately, I do not have the capabilities to accept online deck submissions for RBET as of right now, because building a site with those capabilities is expensive. Building and maintaining. When is the next East Coast RBET? Working on it, Gigavice. Working on it. Yeah, working on it. Giving you a reason to stop being ass at Edison. You register for Chicago. Hell yeah. Let's go, Andrew. Excited to see you there. You like some cooking of lists and some net decking, need balance in life. Yes, you need to do both. You do need to do both. Come back to Florida with RBET. I am trying. King Ray. I think that would be a cool place to do it. I think that there are a lot of cool places on the East Coast to do RBET. Inshallah is in Maryland again. That's another one. I will say that I've spoken to Feel Good Gaming about doing another tournament. We haven't solidified anything as of yet because my schedule is like super fucked. But I have spoken to them again about maybe doing something with them. Whether or not it's an RBET or if it's like a birthday bash tournament, if it falls outside of the season, yeah, we're figuring it out. Hashtag free pizza indeed. All right, we're in the finals though. We gotta face the finals opponent, who is who's in finals. I think it's very sick. True Party King. Sick. I think the ritual monsters are siblings. I don't know. They're king and queen, so it would be weird if they were together and siblings. So, no, I don't think they are. Edison Master Duel 1. I played it on Ruxin's channel. I played Edison on Master Duel, and I'll tell you right now, I did not like it. I did not like it at all. It's not Edison to begin with, but How good is Skill Drain Beatdown in Edison? It's not, because Skill Drain is semi-limited, so a lot of games you just won't draw it. We're playing against True Party King. He top-8'd RBET New York, so he's a strong player. And we've opened up with what I think is a pretty good hand. That being said, how do we do this one? I think it's search ruin with the intent of shutting people out. What the fuck is this? That's fine, I guess. Huh. How much of an absolute layup? I'm not sure it would be worth the money. Edison is still pretty small. It's like, Edison's like about as big as like, I don't know, Flesh and Blood maybe? So this back row, dude. Line crush. Naming. Main deck Mind Crush against the Ritual deck. That's something else. Okay. And name Ruin. I herald this. If I don't herald this, I don't really have a great play. I guess I'll herald it. I'm super pumped about that. Activate. I don't know how I feel about all this. Searching Ruin maybe was wrong. I maybe should have searched Demise. I got 5 fairies. That's really ugly. Yeah, I played this game wrong. Fucking Mind Crush is stupid as fuck. Will you get rolled if you try Hero Beat in this meta? No, but you'll have to play a better version than everyone else is playing. I think Chaos Hero Beat is the best way to play it. And you're gonna have to figure out your own lists. You're gonna have to figure out how to make it work, because I don't think the way Hero Beat is played is like the way to play it. Alright, kill the tomatoes. Main deck Mind Crush is crazy when you're streaming. The first 2 opponents he had weren't streaming, so there's that. What is this? Destroy battle. You can have a plant monster. Sure, you can just crash it anyway. So maybe I should force him to crash it, but I don't want to get dark armed. I lose this game. I lose this game very much. This whole game lined up horribly for me. I should have searched Demise. That was really stupid. How do you feel about Bubblemint Hero Beat? It's bad. I feel like that is bad. It's a rogue plant deck. No, this is just Amaryllis with like random fucking shit in it. I don't understand why you would ever play this over Sangan. Like, it just doesn't make sense. I'm just assuming that he summoned a Sangan there. You know what I mean? Gets Titanial, sure. Like, this isn't even a plant. Like, this doesn't even do anything. He attacks. We don't fucking have Honest, of course, so we lose our Ruin. We're just going to go next game here. I'm going to see a little bit more about his deck first. He plays both. Interesting choices. Well, we drew Sonic Bird instead of Manju, so we can't play here, so we got to go next. If we draw Manju or Senju instead of the second bird, we could have searched Demise and still been in the game. It's the second Sangan, you guys. It just doesn't make sense. That, like, shouldn't come up that often. I think aside similarly. I actually think Crow is pretty bad in this matchup. Sangan actually seems pretty good in this matchup. Card Destruction seems kind of bad. Because I don't really want to unbreak him if possible. Oh, we'll just run it like this. Yo, Lava Golem. Yeah, Lava Golem does really well in this deck because you can just like pop stuff, then drop Demise and blow up the Lava Golem. Or you can just drop Lava Golem in defense, special Christia, and then run over the Lava Golem. Or use Honest to run over Lava Golem. Or you can even Herald of Orange Light the Burn. It's just like a random kill shit card. I don't know. It's probably worse than Swords of Concealing Light, but it's in here for the memes because it's a trade-in target, so that's why. I've opened double Dynamis, which is really unfortunate. The Dynamis count this stream has been very, very, very high. I don't even want to use this. Dude, fucking drawing Dynamis here is so ass. What do I think of Dupless Hero Frog deck? I think it's good. I think it's a good deck. I don't know. That's what I think. Both games he opened Mystic Tomato in his fucking 42 card deck. That's pretty lucky. I guess you can open Lonefire too and Lonefire into Manju. Yeah, that's fine. Chances of drawing 2 Dynamis is 3%. Well, that's happened to me fucking 4 times today, so I don't know. I don't know what more you want. There's nothing I can do about that. It might be cooking here. Let's see. I died of fucking Mark of the Rose, but gotta do it. Priority. Okay, 2,000. Alright, that's fine. Doesn't really matter. Turn that over for 1,000. Yeah, that's cringe. We're just getting sacked by random shit. That's like randomly good against our deck. I don't know why he didn't get Violet Witch. Oh, because he's got this. This isn't win, does it? Day 83 of waiting for alien deck. It's coming one day, Alex. Set says set up Christia. Wait, what are you talking about? Sure. What do you search? Lone Fire, I'm assuming. Yeah, okay. This might have been a mistake to summon this. Sure. Yeah, that was a mistake. I wish I could open like this. Holy shit. The double Dunamis was definitely the nail in the coffin. That's just very bad no matter what you're doing. I don't really know what there is to think about here. Yeah, if this is like always the play. I shouldn't have summoned this. That was a mistake. But it is what it is. We're probably not winning this game no matter what. Third Dunamis. Brutal. GG's. GG's. This matchup's probably fine. Of course, the next two cards. We just didn't. We just bricked, man. I don't know what to say. As fucking. We drew triple Dunamis. And he had like literal perfect cards. He had Mind Crush into the search. He had game 1 Mind Crush into the search in 42 cards. He had like the Tomato Slam. Says I ain't losing it to someone that ain't winning the whole tournament. No, I lost. I legit lost. But it was just like and then game 2 I just drew triple Dunamis like for the second time in the tournament. What the fuck is that? That's crazy. How does that even happen? That shouldn't even that shouldn't happen. That shouldn't happen, you know? You already know you're gonna wait, what is this? I was watching our games. Our games were interesting. I think my deck probably has a good matchup against yours. Play Venus so you can have more vanillas. That's a great idea. It's a great idea. Is it only 1-for-1 only consecrated? Yeah, it's just a second consecrated. That's it. That doesn't get hit by deck save. Pretty much. Like technically you can get Crow, but you're never doing that really. Yeah, that just panned out really poorly. Because we drew all 3 Dunamis. Never got to show off the spice. I don't know. I think opening game 1 Mind Crush versus the deck that's mono searchers is the spice. But you're right. Unfortunately for you, I did draw triple Dunamis, so we actually didn't get to play a real game. You saw my hand. What do you mean is that what happened? I showed you. I end of the world and then sacrificed 2 Dunamis, and then I drew the third one. What? Christia hosed your ass. Yeah, Christia won the second one too. Want to go again? No, not really. I don't want to draw another. I don't want to play another game where I'm drawing breaks. That was fun though. That was a good tournament. That was a good 8-man. GG's. Well played to everyone involved. Doing these live is definitely a different vibe for sure. Can you send me a dragon list? You can, yeah, if you want to. I might not look at it though, because it is 10:30, and I've been live for a while. How long have I been live for? 2 hours. Oh, that's not that bad. Yeah, you can send it to me. We'll take a look. Looks like 2 hours, yeah. Nice win, dog. Yeah. I think what I've learned about Yu-Gi-Oh! In the last... Well, so ever since I've started playing Pokemon, like, competitively again, which was, like, I started, like, a month ago. Future Fusion and ABR with Moki Moki. I have a Future Fusion Fairy deck, but it's a little bit different. Alright, let's take a look at this. I don't know, Horton Breakage. It happened. I mean, I'm playing Garnet, so I'm going to draw him. You know, shit happens. It's just annoying that it happened like 4 times throughout the tournament. This looks nuts. I would probably still play Heavy Storm, though. This looks cool. Have you tried it? This looks kind of fun. Thank you for sharing. What is the second one? Same thing. Interesting. Every time I play this guy, I want to play viruses with it. Still need to get Yamato IRL free print one. If you come to one of the RBETs, I'll bring you one, Mr. Tag. The Ultra Yamatas, yeah. I have an Ultra, I have a Super one, I have a Rare one. I think I have a couple different rarities of that guy. You're gonna go to Chicago? Hell yeah, bro. I will see you there. I'm excited to see everyone at RBET. It's been too long. Vegas is next weekend. I have no predictions as of right now. Vendagian plus triple Malefic Blue Eyes run viruses all day. That makes sense because you have the Malefic Blue Eyes. I have no predictions for the RBET. Pumped for Vegas, yeah, me too. I think it's gonna be good. I was helping people test today, and it seems like a lot of people are bringing some cool decks. I think Chicago is the best Edison locals. Probably not, no. It's probably SoCal. It's probably SoCal, then a 3-way tie between like North Carolina, Chicago, and New York. Maybe Florida's in there somewhere. Yeah, I think Southern California. Southern California is got to be number 1. What happened to Quick Draw? What do you mean what happened to it? I don't understand your question. Hopefully it ends better for you than LA. Dude, I hope. Vegas should be better because I'm squeaky chair. I live here, so it's like not a big deal. What do you mean still play Quick Draw? I don't understand. You live in Florida and you need work? Okay. Well, I don't know what the Florida local scene is like, but I know like for the bigger tournaments, people usually turn out. You're moving to locals in Cincinnati that has an Edison League. Very stoked. That's beast. Yeah, there's a lot of good regions, but I don't think anything really tops SoCal. Like, 20, 30 players weekly is awesome. That's amazing. Vegas is pretty good. We get like 20 players weekly. It's not bad. You doubt it's top 4. Well. Didn't you used to play Quick Draw Synchron decks with Drill Warrior? Not good anymore. What is the premise for this question? I'm just curious. Because you said, what happened to Quick Draw? There's a different deck on the screen right now. Do you think because there's a different deck on the screen right now that I've completely quit every other deck that exists? Or do you think that, like, I still play Quick Draw? In fact, you can go to the channel and see the last time I played Quick Draw, like, pretty recently. I don't understand the question, really. I'm confused by the question, really. RBT shitty down with no scene. Attendees do more to boost local economy. That'd be fun. If there was like accommodating venues, maybe. One really big locals that pulled 30 to 40, usually 6 to 12. Interesting. You're a fan of the Road Warrior list? That list is cool. Probably a bit suboptimal, but it's cool. Why did you quit Quick Draw? Is that because there's a Ruin Queen of Oblivion on the screen? You guys think I quit every other deck? And this is the only deck I've played recently? Wasn't there someone in my comment section recently telling me to stick to fairies, quick draw, and dragons? Who the fuck was that? That shit is so funny to me. You didn't mean to offend me? Oh, no. I'm not like, I'm not offended at all. I'm just like curious where the question is coming from. I'm impressed by you too, Travis. I think that, I just didn't understand your question. It's a misunderstanding on my part. Quick Draw will return to the channel very soon. Very, very soon. And if there's anything you want to see me play in Quick Draw, just let me know right now while you're here. And if there's a certain card you want to see me force into the deck, maybe I can force it into the deck. Who knows? I will definitely try to play some Quick Draw in the future because I like that deck and I think it's fun. And I think it's a very skill-intensive deck. Fairy Quick Draw Dragon deck won. I had a Fairy Quick Draw deck, but I can't remember what happened to it. It might be on my other account. Why the Triple Crow main? That's a good question. So, basically, the concept of this deck... Why can't this fairy deck play Quick Draw? The concept of this deck is to summon a Demise or Ruin and then just kind of anchor monster it. And DD Crow helps you anchor monster these guys a little bit better than other cards do. Like if your opponent goes for like Blizzard or like Value Activate and they're trying to run over your Ruin Queen, or if they're just like Treeborn Bring Back, try to Kaios your guy, DD Crow interrupts all of that. Or like Debris Dragon. You get the idea. DD Crow kind of interrupts the comeback plays while also blanking Heavy Storm. Jacob says, where's Kaios? I don't know. Where is he? He's not in this deck. But where could he be? Is he in the search bar? Kaios. Oh, there he is. We found him. We found him. I thought he was lost, but we found him. Where's Kaios? Tell me where he is. Thank God. I thought he was gone forever. I thought he was banned. I thought he was banned from Dueling Book. Like Waldo. Chipotle. Fire. What about a Tretch? So yeah, the point is to blank Heavy Storm and Typhoon. So, yeah. Also, Tretch doesn't really have the same effect as most of these other cards do. If you're just trying to anchor monster, like guys. A Tretch doesn't really... Like, you can blow up your 1400 in their monster. That seems kind of silly. Play 3 trade-in. I started with 3 trade-in. I cut it down to 1. I might cut it to 0. Most of the cards you don't really want to discard. You don't want to discard Christia or Demise. You really only ever want to discard Ruin. So you have basically 5 targets for 1 trade-in. Because you don't really want to discard Christia or Demise, like I said. Where's the Elemental Hero Rosebud? Fuck! Is he missing 2? Hold on. Oh, wait. Wait, is he missing Elemental Hero? You're talking about Nosp? This one. There he is. Okay, there we go. Kaios has beef with Longfire. Tretch is good in the Storm. I guess you could get M-Phase by MSD. It's not good in the Storm. They'll just Storm and then summon their monster afterward. It's only good in the Storm if they summon their monster then Storm, but nobody does that. Right? Am I... Where's Ryza? Where is he? Where the fuck is Ryza? Oh my god. Wait. False alarm. False alarm. He's in the search bar too. Is Mobius in the search bar? All right, Monarch check. Monarch check, everybody. Monarch check. Monarch check. Later, Mr. Tag. Cheers. Everyone check out Mr. Tag's video. Oh, it looks like they're all still here, thankfully. Even fucking Delg is still here, thankfully. I was about to get a little worried. Oh, that was scary. I was a little bit nervous. I don't understand, Jacob. He says, bruh thinks Caius is a bad card just because you don't want to main more than one against Gigavice. What? I never said that. I never said Caius is a bad card. I also never said I don't want to main more than one. More than one? I'm maining 0 in this deck. What is this question? What is this statement? Just side a copy or 2, it's Caius, it's still a good card. What? I'm confused, Jacob. I'm very confused. None of this did you switch from a different stream here? What's going on? Are you convinced that Honest and Crows are relevant with this sort of deck? Aren't there better options? Yeah, no, they're the best options for this deck, yeah. For sure. For sure, yeah. Honest and Crow tested exceptionally well. Crow lets you use Allure. Honest lets you set up Christia and beat Blackwings entirely. Yeah, no, this is definitely an Honest. I think if you're playing Christia without Honest, you're actually probably making a mistake. You definitely play Honest anytime you're playing Christia. Honest is probably one of the best monsters in the format. Getting 2 guide? I am, dude. What's going on, man? How about a random ass Valhalla just to bring out Christia? If it worked with these guys, maybe, but it only works with Christia, so no thanks. Honest 100% Crow, you'd side one personally. I'd rather just have the 3. There's no reason to cut one. What are the struggles you're currently experiencing? Blackwings is a good deck, and drawing multiple Dunames makes this deck unusable. Those are the big ones. Sork, I tried it and then I cut it. It was never live. Or if it was live, it was like mid. I ended up cutting it just because like I wanted more space for starters and space for interaction. Because if you can summon one of these guys, then you don't really need Sork. Honest Neos is legal in Edison, Kappa. I don't know. No, the main deck I think is okay. You can maybe argue Sork over Trading. What about cut MST for Trapstone or Trunade? No, I like MST. It's better into Oppression, which is the only trap card we lose to. Shining Angel and Consecrated Light beats Blackwings. I'm not playing Shining Angel. Also, that they don't beat Deck Devastation Virus. Why'd you cut Norlaris? I was never playing it. This does not seem like a good Norlaris deck anyway, because you have no way to really utilize the graveyard or the top deck. And there's no Gold Sarks. Messed up, there's no level 8 normal fairy. Yeah, it is messed up. There's level 4s though, so it kind of works. Dust Shoot, for what? You can make an argument to side Dust Shoot. My side deck is not very good. I think like you could cut this. You could probably cut this. Probably cut these. You can make Dust Shoot. You can make Dust Shoot in the side work. I just didn't because I'm lazy. What's a lure target? What's a lure target? The Dark Fiend and Fairies? Oh, what are you talking about? There's only 3 fiends, and usually 2 of them don't hit the grave. What about Pot of Avarice? You tried in fairies with multiple heralds and it works good. That is interesting, but I think if we're getting to that point, we've probably already won. Generally speaking, you're not entirely off base. You can maybe make an argument for one over the trade-in. Normal 1800 vanilla pass. Dead, insane. Well, I just played the deck on stream, and I won games where I did that. I don't know what you're... Bro's never normaled a Shura or a Kaiku the Ghost Destroyer in his life. Yeah, if you imagine the worst possible hand in every single deck, yeah, it's gonna be bad. Obviously, this deck has a much higher ceiling. I don't know if you can imagine that. Perhaps. But... And I'm not saying this deck is good. I'm not sitting here telling you this deck is good. It's just a fun deck. What is it? Why is this guy, like, wanting to argue over something that was never said? The haters are out tonight? It's just people just fucking saying shit, bruh. I can't with this, bruh. I can't with this. I'm going back to Pokemon. What is even happening? He's like, yeah, every game is just Dunamis, and your other 5 cards are also Dunamis. And ban him. Why? He hasn't done anything to be banned for. He's just memeing. No, dude. I feel like ban is, like, for people who are, like, derailing the stream or being problematic. You know what I mean? Magical Mallet. Alright, now I know you're trolling. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. No, if anything, I'd probably try out the Avarice. It sounds interesting. It's not great, but interesting. Yeah, there's no reason to ban here. Cut decrease for the main. I did. They were kind of shitty. But then I lost a skill drain, so I don't know. I think this Hospice deck is just asserting your dominance and mulliganing based. You would like Transmigration Prophecy better than Avarice? Yeah, probably. Because it's interruption like DD Crow. But I don't want any purple cards in my deck. I don't want to play purple cards if I can avoid it. Those cards are not good. Well, they're not bad, but they're not like the green cards, you know what I'm saying? Plays purple light. No, the light itself isn't purple. You don't understand. I'm colorblind. How about your most hated card, Reckless? So I can draw into my Dunamis even faster and then be draw locked? That's fucking horrible. No, thank you. No. Said no purple. Oh, man. You got me there. No Gores. Nope. Because we summon the guy. And then when the guy's sitting there and they attack over, it's like you don't... There's no window to Gores before you're summoning your guy. And if you do summon Gores, you're often going to just have to blow it up with Demise. I think if anything, you'd play Battle Fader. Probably as brute as it gets for now. Yeah. You could make some changes. I don't think trade-in is, like, very good. I also don't think you need 2 Senju. You might be able to get away with 1. And then the hand trap configuration just depends on your meta. Like, if you're playing against, like, a bunch of Gigavies, you might want, like, green lights or something like that. I don't fucking know. Just Reckless into good cards. Trigodia. I was playing Trigodia, then I cut it. It was not very good. Once again, have to blow it up with Demise quite a bit. You empty your hand really fast with the Heralds, so that, like, Trigodia is just pretty weak usually. No draw traps. Yeah, once again, just don't want any trap cards in the deck because it makes you weak to certain things. But yeah, drawing into Dunamis is also bad. Like, just very bad. You don't want to draw cards in this deck, really. That's why I cut the trade-ins to begin with. You just want to have a tutor. The Upstart Goblins might even be up for cutting too, but I figured drawing Manju is so strong that it's, like, worth it. Like, turn 1, that is. But trade-in is, like, something that's usually only live with Ruin after you've summoned Senju or Manju to search it. And so that's why I think it's not a turn 1 card, the same way that Upstart and Card Destruction are turn 1 cards. Why not go above 40 to minimize drawing vanillas? You're smoking crack, dude. You're smoking crack. I would never do that. I would never go above 40. Every time I've gone above 40, it's felt worse. Every time. Every single time a deck has gone above 40, it's felt worse. All tarts. Yeah, you see, this is the crash out stream. Is Orange Light really that good? Yes. It is insane. You cannot stomach seeing over 40 cards same. I hate it. Common Charity as a normal spell would be so gassed. Yeah, it'd be broken, actually, probably. It'd be very broken. It would be in format warping. Yeah, Orange Light's also a tuner, by the way. It's the only one that's also a tuner. But yeah, it is one of the best cards in the format. Like, one of the best monsters in the format. Like, on a Broad power level. It's one of the few monsters that still sees play in Yu-Gi-Oh today. That's legal in Edison. Like one of the few monsters. Let's see, is it even... It's not limited. It used to be limited. I forget why. Oh, it's limited in OCG, that's right. It's limited to 1 in OCG. It's incredibly strong. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but like you have 6 cards to work with. Of your 8 Edison decks, 2 are 41. Make them 40s. Hamster's Reiko Kaya's charge package. What would that do? I blow up the field with my... What do you mean? What do you mean? No. There's no adding things to this deck that would change... It would all change the construction of the deck. It would change the construction of the deck, which is fine. You can do whatever... Yeah, I'd say Arclight better than Christia in a lot of people's opinions. Luster Dragon for more normals. Yeah. Tsukiyomi would be sick. Yeah, Tsukiyomi would be sick. Why not Chaos for sure? I tested it and it was a brick. Why playing 41 with 3 Yada and a lure makes sense? No. Just cut a Yada. What? Like, your third Legacy of Yada Grasu is not better than drawing Dust Shoot turn 1 as consistently as possible, or whatever powerful card you have turn 1. Heart of the Underdog effect. Yo, keep asking about cards he's already tested and had bad luck with. Yeah, I think every single person has asked about Chaos Sorcerer, and it was just like, it's just a brick, man. You just draw it, and it's not live. It's not live unless you've crowed them, and that's it. It's like, you just have this card that sits there dead in your hand and doesn't contribute to your play. What's up, Nab? How you doing? Yu-Gi-Oh! Pokemon. Pokemon's a better game by far. Oh my god, it's so much better. It's so much better. After playing it, I'm coming back and playing Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm just like, oh my god. It's like night and day, dude. It's like... I'm gonna Pokemon pill you guys right now. There's this site called Limitless. You can go to Limitless, and they have online tournaments every single day for Pokemon. They have an RBET every single day for Pokemon. Sometimes multiple RBET every single day for Pokemon. Hello? That's awesome. And the lists just get instantly posted. I could be like, oh shit, what won? This one went 12-0? Sick. Dragapult? Let's check this guy out. What does this guy do? Oh, he's insane. This is what he does? This is how much he costs? This is the market price history? What the fuck? This doesn't exist for Yu-Gi-Oh! What the fuck? You wanna know why it doesn't exist for Yu-Gi-Oh? Because Yu-Gi-Oh's a dog shit game. And the only people who are still stuck playing it are like me, who are just angry people who want to be angry. We want to be angry. We want to be angry. That's why we play Yu-Gi-Oh! We want to have something to complain about. If we just played a good game, we would have nothing to complain about. That's the problem, is we wouldn't have anything to complain about. A game that rewards skill and cool deck building and innovation and Yeah, no, this is the Pokemon is very much a better game. Let's go check out the most recent regional, actually. Regional results. See here. Regional Atlanta, GA. 2,700 players. Henry Chow, I believe, 3-time champion. First place, I believe, gets a case plus like $10,000 cash. Hello? Hello? What? And a flight to Worlds? Hello? Hello? What? And if you're a ranked player, you get travel stipends? Hello? Do you have any recommendations for how to start getting into Pokemon? Absolutely. Go to my YouTube channel, my other one, and watch the videos. Hold on, I'll pull it up. Hello? Hello? Here it is. It's at, here's the app. I'll type it in the chat. Go there. I have 2 videos up. I hit the top rank on the ladder a couple times, and the vids are doing pretty good. Already, by the way, this list that I made for Pokemon 12 days ago, it's topped like 5 tournaments, and it's won 2. Being good at deck building is actually rewarding in this game. Whereas, like, you build a good deck in Edison format, and everyone's, like, ignores it. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is cooler, better anime? You can think that all you want, but it's a worse game. And it's more luck-based than Pokemon. In Pokemon, the better player wins, like, 90% of the time. Oh, shit, you're subbed to me. There you go. Go watch the new video, copy the deck, play it on the ladder, and just get familiar with the meta. Gonna binge vids tomorrow. There's a reason you have, like a 3x champion in Yu-Gi-Oh! Is, like... In modern Yu-Gi-Oh! It's more common, I guess. But, like, a Henry Chow in Pokemon, it's, like, undeniable, you know what I mean? MTG is the goated game. MTG's kind of luck intensive because of lands, unfortunately. But I've heard Standard's pretty good right now. Is there a Yu-Gi-Oh! Dueling book or Pokemon? Yes, there is a Pokemon dueling book, except it's better. It's called PTCG Live. It's infinitely better. It's supported by the company. It's basically free to play. You have to grind it a little bit, but it's free to play. Went to second channel, watched Yu-Gi-Oh! Video. Yeah, there is an old Yu-Gi-Oh! Video on there that's not very good. You're burnt out on Magic? Play Pokemon. It's infinite. It's infinitely replayable. It's super addictive. PTCG Live is amazing. No, I actually, like, it's crazy because Pokemon players will complain about PTCG Live because it's, like, not perfect. But, like, coming from Dueling Book, it's like a AAA game. You know what I mean? Like, coming from Dueling Book, it's amazing. Dueling Network over PTCG. I'm sorry to disappoint, man. That is just not true. That is just not true. The game is so good. I wish I could pill people on it. Look at this 5,000 player tournament. Fucking gas, dude. Should you make a cheese quesadilla or go to sleep? You should make a cheese quesadilla. Get some calories. Oh. Regional Vancouver. Oh, Foreign Moon. This was the last. These rotated. Some of these cards rotated. Oh, that's another thing. Rotation is amazing. If you want to learn how to play Pokemon, you don't have to memorize every card ever like you do in Yu-Gi-Oh! You actually just have to learn the cards that came out within the last year or 2. Wow, that's not hard to do at all. The fuck, man. So much better. What won this? I actually want to check. Ooh. Hopsation. Terrapagos knocked out. Do you guys know about Okie Dogie? What do you guys know about Okie Dogie? I'd never heard of this Pokemon. He's kind of cool. He's like fucking... So they rotate? Yeah, the cards rotate after a certain while. But decks are incredibly cheap. Like if we go to... Hold on, let me just pull it up for you. You can see the price of the decks on Limitless. So like if we go to the first place regionals list. Like this list. If we click on it, you can see the price is like $74. That is largely in a couple of cards, like this N Zoroark EX, which you don't even need to play, and like Pheasantipity, which you probably need to play. But like that's like this is like the first place deck list is $74. Like, it doesn't matter if it rotates because it's like buying a video game and then you get to play those cards for 3 years and then they rotate after 3 years. And you will get your money's worth out of a deck in 3 years. Like, that's just how it works, you know? I mean, I don't know. That is pretty based. Dude, it used to be even cheaper, but let's see how much this one is. This one's a little more. What is this one more for? Oh, Goldango is expensive, I guess. I don't know. See how much Dragapult is. Oh, this one's a little cheaper. Dragapult's kind of like the most popular deck right now. But it's pretty affordable. Pheasantipity is like kind of the money card. Once you get Pheasantipity, you can build every deck for cheap, and it's like $15. People hate on rotation because they think they're going to spend more money, but you spend money on new cards with set releases and meta shifts anyway. Yeah, it's the same expenditure, and most of the staples, like, they just keep in the format forever. How much is this Archaladon deck? $60? You could probably build a tier 1 deck for $50. Like, you could build this Gardevoir deck without the Zoroarks and just play other cards, and it'd be a $50 deck. Your Pokemon literally releases the winning list as the next structure deck? Yeah, it does that, yeah. It actually releases 4 of the world's lists as the next structure deck. So you can battle with the world's lists against your friends. It's pretty fun. It's actually a really cool product design. I've actually considered doing something like that for Yu-Gi-Oh! With Edison decks, but the logistics and the overhead of that was incredibly messy. Let's see, what's another deck that's like pretty cheap? The deck that I built is like pretty affordable. Yeah, I think it was a Moon deck. I forget though. But like if we go back a little bit, like let's go back to like this Vancouver or whatever. When we look at like these decks, it's like $50 for a tier 1 deck is pretty good. What was this one? This one's 75. That's once again this Pheasantipity card. Arven is also expensive right now, but Arven sucks right now. So like you don't even have to buy it. You just play a different card. That's the cool thing about it is like you can just play a different card if it's too much. You've considered selling proxy to Edison decks to people for like $15. Yeah, if you can make a margin on it, it's a pretty good business model. I mean, selling completed decks seems like the way to go. But yeah, I'd recommend anyone play Pokemon. I think it's a better game, and it rewards skill a lot more than Yu-Gi-Oh does. Yu-Gi-Oh doesn't feel like it rewards skill as much. It also doesn't reward like deck building as much. Because Yu-Gi-Oh it's like that game we played where there was like a Violet Witch in play. The fact that there was like a suboptimal deck choice in play didn't really matter to the ultimate overarching thing of the game. And I think that comes into play a lot when you see players win with like 42 cards in their deck or whatever. Because like that is clearly a sub-optimization. Like obviously a sub-optimization, right? So when people are winning with like well over 40 cards, deck building really doesn't matter that much for like tournament design. So it's like Yu-Gi-Oh doesn't reward deck building as much as it, like especially old school Yu-Gi-Oh. Modern Yu-Gi-Oh does reward deck building more. I'll give it credit there. Modern Yu-Gi-Oh definitely rewards it more than like old school Yu-Gi-Oh. But like in Pokemon, if you don't have like the new sauce, there's a good chance you just won't win the tournament because everyone will be prepped for you out the ass. Whereas in Yu-Gi-Oh, you can play the same deck 40 tournaments in a row and the room will not prep for you because for some reason deck building is just not something that they'll do. You know what I mean? They just will not change their deck no matter what. They'll show up with the same deck. They'll show up with their pet cards or whatever. And that happens in Pokemon to some degree. But like even the pet decks will prep for like the big decks because otherwise they won't win a single game. So it's like if you're not innovating, then you're not winning the tournament, and that's that. So it's by design forces people to innovate, and it forces people to build new styles of decks. Whereas Yu-Gi-Oh's not like that. So it's like pretty infinitely interesting in Pokemon. For that regard. That's absolutely true. Yeah, it is absolutely true. If you've played in a Pokemon tournament, then you know that's just like it's like such a different culture. Saw that tweet a few days ago about how You can lead Yu-Gi-Oh players to water and they'll die of thirst. Yep, that's kind of the vibe. In DD Crow's defense, he covers a lot of decks. He does. Pokemon regionals are so much nicer too. Dude, it's night and day. It's night and day. Going to a Pokemon regional and going to a YCS is like, I just feel gross when I leave a YCS, man. RBET is closer to a Pokemon regional, especially the ones that are at the conventions. Those are really fun. They're definitely closer. But at the end of the day, Pokemon is still the best game. I mean, it's so good. It's such a good game. I don't know. There's weirdos in every game. Yeah, I'm not talking about the people so much. I could go on about the differences in the player bases. Yu-Gi-Oh has no good formats. Your friend is correct. It doesn't have good formats, it just has better ones. Like, Edison is one of the better Yu-Gi-Oh formats, but it's still not a good format because the game is inherently flawed on, like, so many levels. And the biggest flaw is, like, fucking rulings. Like, the fact that, like, I need to learn, like, so much just to know how to play a Yu-Gi-Oh game competitively, it makes the game miserable and unfun. And, like, it's so hard to teach new players. Returning players, you've already suffered through this, so you get it. But, like, Yu-Gi-Oh will die because of this. Like, that is... People just don't want to learn the rulings like that. Like, that's just not something that people want, you know what I mean? When they could just play a game where there's no, like, advanced ruling knowledge necessary, and, like, you're not losing because you didn't know fucking Thought Ruler Archfiend can target some, or can defend something in the grave or whatever. It's the best Yu-Gi-Oh format if not Edison. Are you saying the second best Yu-Gi-Oh format? If you want my honest opinion, it's probably Critter. Because that's, like, one of the more skill-intensive formats. If you want the most lucrative option, it's probably Modern. Even though lucrative is, like, in air quotes. But if you're creating modern Yu-Gi-Oh content, you can do pretty well. Master Duel is also, like, pretty lucrative if you're creating Master Duel content. But you'll never, like, win anything worth a damn in the tournaments. So there's that, I guess. And you definitely won't do it consistently, not like you would in a game that actually rewards the skill that hard. Except for if you're, like, I don't know. There are some players who have won consistently, like, in modern era. Like, I feel like Joshua Schmidt, Jesse Cotton, they're really consistent. Pack is really consistent as well. But they're not, like, consistently winning, you know? That's the thing. And there's not enough cash. Like, in Pokemon, you can earn a living if you're topping every event. Like, that's just, like, straight up. It's not an amazing living, but it is, like, you can earn a living if you're topping every event. You can't do that in other games. So, it's like, at the end of the day, dude, like, the game is better. It has better pricing. It rewards playing and deck building more. It has much better resources. It has a much larger player base than Yu-Gi-Oh could even imagine. Pokemon will probably be around much longer than Yu-Gi-Oh because the player base isn't aging at the same rate or at all with comparison to Yu-Gi-Oh. So, no, it just has everything going for it. I cannot shill for Pokemon enough, basically. What is this Belly Bolt? I haven't looked at this yet. What does this guy do? Interesting. I really like Raging Bolt. He's cool. I like this deck a lot. It's like Raikou, but he has a long head. There's a special looking Raging Bolt that looks sick. This one. Oh, both of these look cool. This one looks so sick. That goes fucking hard. This one also goes pretty hard too, to be fair. But I like this one the most. It's super classy and the foiling on it is sick. You should post Pokemon duels on second channel. You can't find any. What? What are you talking about? I posted them. I literally just posted one 11 days ago. Hold on. Yeah, I hit the top of the ladder on in Pokemon. I posted my list literally 11 days ago. I'm working on another video. I'll post another one soon. But this is the most recent one. It has like 30 games in it or something like that. No, not that many. It has like 15 games in it. At least. Your uncles grew up on Magic. When they found out I played Yu-Gi-Oh, one of them taught me MTG, and the first time he tapped a creature, I said, that's called defense mode. That's hilarious. Okay. Bought your first Pokemon card for the first time since COVID because it looked cool. Tyranitar EX. Beast. I love Tyranitar. Thought it was a deck profile? No. No! What do you think? I made a fucking 2-hour-long deck profile? That's crazy. No, it's deck profile. Oh, it's making me watch ads. No ads, bruh. No ads. Would love to see a 13-second day. Alright, so it's got deck profile, 15 minutes, 4 rounds, speed rounds, Archelodon. Yeah, dude. Second channel popping. It just hit monetization too, so I liked my own video. This video took a lot of work, though, to be fair. Speedrunning the ladder is fucking hard, and it's also a grind. Anyway, check it out if you haven't already. I'm logging off. I'll see you guys later. Peace.